100% Chelsea. Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. Lewis.
What did you do?
Mate.
Well, you saw our reactions when we saw the lineup. We weren't happy with it. I wasn't happy with it. I don't think Fabregas should have started. This isn't the type of game Fabregas plays in. Like with Cesc Fabregas, he has to play in a certain type of game. Not in a high pressing game like that. He just gets outnumbered because he's not athletic. That's him. That's the reason why he's best off as a player off the bench. Bakayoko should have started. You saw what happened when Bakayoko came on in the second half. Bakayoko was immense. Imagine if we had someone like him in the first half as well as the second half. The only good parts of the game that we had were the first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes we were good. Pedro maybe should have done better with his chance, but in the pressure of it, I'm not gonna hold anything against him with that. But after the first 10 minutes, we just lost hold of the game and we didn't gain it back. But the thing about that is it all goes down to the tactics at the start. It shouldn't have been 3-5-2. I was calling for 3-5-1-1. Fabregas, Kante and Bakayoko in midfield, Pedro behind Morata. Looking at it now, I wouldn't even have put Fabregas in there, I would have put David Luiz instead. But then, the tactics can be one thing, but the piss-poor refereeing is another. What do we have to do in the Premier League to have a decent referee? What do we have to... Every single referee always seems to be shit. Every single one of them are terrible. What do we have to do to get a decent referee? Morata is there being nudged, small nudges. Okay, referee can't see it, but if it's happening 6 or 7 times, do you not think there's something to it? Again, like Brandon said, the only good thing that the referee did was the David Luiz red card. It was rash. Studs were up. I've looked at it again. Can't say anything about it. It was a red card. But fucking hell, we were dreadful today. We had Fabregas playing and there was still no creativity. And I love the guy, but seriously, we can't be starting him in these sorts of games because he's simply not good enough in these games. You need to play him against teams that are going to sit back and are going to give him the space to cause chaos. He can't do that. Yeah, maybe we should have had Hazard starting, but with fitness, he shouldn't have started anyway. We should have had him playing. I would have wanted him to start, but he came on at the 60th minute. He tried to create some chances. You could see him. He was pushing to try and get a goal. It didn't come in, but it's just dreadful. And them lot, they're going to be happy. Their first fucking point here in 6 years. They're going to be celebrating like they just won the Champions League. But let them have their fun. We've got Stoke away next, and we really need to fix up for that. We got David Luiz suspended, but I'm okay with that because we've got Christensen coming back. Christensen, that's
Rudiger.
Christensen and Rudiger. Yeah, you know what? Bring Rudiger back in. That's my next point.
Rudiger should have started today.
Cahill was shit again. I love Cahill. I don't like the unnecessary hate he gets because I feel like there's criticism and there's just plain hate, and Cahill gets hate. But he was terrible today. He couldn't pass. He looked scared every time on the ball. He looked scared every time he was on the ball. Dreadful again. And yeah, he's our captain. Doesn't mean he has the right to be on the pitch every game. We have 4 centre-backs. We have Rudiger, we have Christensen, Azpilicueta, David Luiz, and Cahill, 5 centre-backs. He's the worst out of the lot. Hell, personally, I'd even take on loan Zuma over him. I love Cahill, but he's just not at the Chelsea standard anymore. And we need to actually start to change our tactics if we want to win this league title, because we're playing the same team again and again, and we're not changing things up. What Conte did last season, he changed things up. He didn't change things up today. That's where the problem is. He needs to start being brave again, because Conte got it all wrong today, and we can't let that happen again.
Kenny.